Welcome to PNG Trends Burner. The 2024 Papua New Guinea National Census was meant to be different. For the first time, technology was to lead the way. The government spent 17 million kina on 22,000 tablets. These devices were supposed to make counting faster and more accurate. They came with accessories, power banks, South Dakota cards, cases. The success of the census hinges on the tablets.
All that data will be uploaded onto the tablets, and it will be simultaneously uploaded onto the cloud-based application, which will then will be seen at the NSA office through the dashboard that we will have running every day.
After the census, they were meant to go to schools. You heard it right. The 22,000 tablets will be given to schools. A good plan. A great idea. The Procurement Committee and James Marape's National Executive Council must have worked it out that each province in the country will get 1,000 tablets each. Deal done. But now these tablets are nowhere to be found. The promise has crumbled. People want answers. But wait, where are the 22,000 tablets now? Well, before we delve into the critical questions, let's unpack the people in the center of the 17 million kina tablets. This is Richard Masere. He is the Minister for Administrative Services, tasked with overseeing government operations and playing a central role in driving the 2024 census, aiming to modernize data collection through technology. This is John Igitoi. He is the National Statistician of Papua New Guinea's National Statistical Office, leading the 2024 census. This is Ashok Pandey. He is the CEO of Max Industries, the company responsible for supplying 22,000 tablets for Papua New Guinea's 2024 national census. He was the go-to man. But why? Why was Ashok Pandey paid 17 million kina of Papua New Guinea taxpayers' money? Here is the missing link. This is the minister's daughter, spouse of Ashok Pandey. She is a key figure connecting personal ties to the CEO of Max Industries, central to the tablet procurement controversy. So, Ashok Pandey is Richard Masere Tambuman. Who got the 17 million kina? The company hired for the tablets was Max Industries, led by Ashok Pandey. On paper, the company owned by Masere's Tambu is based in PNG and specializes in supplies and fabrication. But the public raised eyebrows. Why this company? Did it have the expertise for such a task? The timing made things even murkier. The contract was signed only days before the census started. Critics saw red flags, whispers grew louder, and then came the biggest question. Was there a conflict of interest? You know from the key players above, right? The picture is clear. Ashok Pandey is reportedly linked to Minister Richard Masere. Masere's daughter is said to be married to and in a very special relationship with Pandey. If true, this relationship puts the minister at the center of the storm. Was it all above board? The National Procurement Commission, NPC, and the National Executive Council? Or did personal ties influence this deal? 17 million kina is no small money. Surely the Finance Secretary knows something about it, no? Where are the tablets? The tablets had one job, help collect data for the census. But not everything went as planned. Some of the tablets stayed in storage, unused. Others failed to work properly. In the end, some census workers had to go back to using paper forms. Things got worse. The government claimed the tablets were lost during the Black Wednesday riots in January 2024. But there's a catch. The tablets were bought months later. How could they be lost before they even arrived? Even the claim that they were stored at the Post PNG office didn't hold up. Reports showed no looting happened there during the riots. Here, the Minister for Administrative Services, the new ministry created by Marape to conduct the census, said this in Parliament. You be the judge.
Unfortunately, Madam Speaker, as the preparation was continuing, the funding that was made available in 2023 to procure the census material on January 10th, which we generally refer to as the Black Wednesday, all the 15 million kina worth of census materials that were procured were stored at the post-PNG warehouse at Konidobu. And on January 10th, when the incident took place, the warehouse was burned, and the total 15 million kina materials that were procured to run the census were destroyed when that warehouse was burnt down.
The people demand answers. Outrage is growing. Activists, leaders, and everyday citizens are asking tough questions. Why were 17 million kina of public funds spent on tablets that are now missing? Why were they not properly used? And how did the government justify giving this contract to Max Industries? Calls for investigations are growing louder. The Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC, and the Ombudsman Commission must act. This isn't just about tablets, it's about trust. It's about protecting public money from misuse. Corruption. The missing tablets leave behind more than empty promises. Schools that were supposed to get them as donations are still waiting. Well, the schools will never get the tablets, that's for sure. A deliberate act to award 17 million kina to the spouse of the minister's daughter is corruption, don't you think? ICAC and the Ombudsman Commission, have you got any teeth left? Investigate Richard Masere and his tambu Ashok Pandey. Richard Masere, the Minister for Administrative Services and CENSUS, must not and should not lie and insult the conscience of Papua New Guineans. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to PNG Trends Burner for trending videos and stories.
Worth of census materials that were procured were stored at the post-PNG warehouse at Konidobu, and on January 10th, when the incident took place, the warehouse was banned and the total 15 million kina materials that were procured to run the census were destroyed